What's good, everybody? The voice of WGC back in the building. Oh my goodness.
We got something to talk about today, y'all. You won't even believe it. Well, you kind of can.
I know y'all seen other videos around YouTube, but you've been waiting for a more real opinion about this subject.
Man, let us know how y'all feel about this, man, for real. But today we're going to be talking about this, what is it, GCW lawsuit against this Fight Forever, Tony Khan. Unfortunate, quite the coincidental timing. Man.
This has got to be the worst case scenario, and it's really kind of weird. Like, just think about this. First, Kenny Omega comes out and says the game is done. Then Tony Khan comes out and says the game is done. You look at all this information, it looks like, okay, we're getting kind of close, April, maybe, May, maybe. And it's like any time that we get any type of information, it's always something that come knocking us back down.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing for real. Man, we over here starving for a new wrestling game. Finally getting closer and closer just to get a lawsuit right before 2K22 2.0 is going to come out. Ain't that something? Kind of sounds calculated.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me the main thing that was holding this game back was the ESRB rating. We get that. Then now all of a sudden when we get even closer, we get hit with a GCW lawsuit.
And it doesn't really make any sense because, and I've seen a few comments before already about this. This game has already been in the making. They've already known that Fight Forever was going to be the title. They can't possibly make it seem like they were unaware of the title of the game until now. That's ridiculous. So you waited until 2K23 was getting ready to drop. You waited until Tony Khan himself confirmed at a scrum that this game was finished to go ahead and make this move.
And this is what all the fuss is about. Okay.
For those who don't know, we're making a big fuss trying to push back and possibly delay Fight Forever for what is this? What kind of a fundraiser? And don't get me wrong, it's good. It's a good cause, but come on, man, come on now. Like, you waited to the last minute to do this for a fundraiser.
Not only that, but I don't mean to jump to conclusions, but
we're gonna leave it right here for a little while.
What do we have here?
What do we have over here?
Coincidence?
A little bit of McMahon.
Little bit of the Vinny Machini.
A little bit of the stuff.
Like, the caption is just like, come on now, bro. My good close personal friend. Good close personal friend. Personal, you say?
Now, don't get me wrong. This photo's a year ago.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean their friendship is no longer tied. Like,
it's like,
man,
this does not make any sense, bro. It's like,
we don't mean to speculate.
It's like no need to get into conspiracies or anything, but it's just like, it's just weird. Like, once you just connect the dots, it gets weirder and weirder. It seems kind of like all these outside sources are like, all right, by any means, make sure the process is stalled as much as possible. It's just so weird because just think about this. You have your former developers. You have Ukes, basically the kings, and don't tell me anything about 2K22 was a good game. Shut up. The kings of WWE games will always be Ukes.
Yep, the 1-2 perfect combo. Ukes and THQ. Can't beat it.
So you have your former developers and Ukes who have been developing this game, making it to be one of the best wrestling games we've played in probably the last decade.
Yep. The most highly anticipated wrestling game to come out. Well, to be, approaching in years. What was the last wrestling game that actually had this kind of hype? Please tell me. Because it sure so wasn't 2K.
And yet, we can't get our hands on it. Okay.
Right. Like I said, we ain't trying to speculate. These are just our own personal thoughts and possibilities that we came upon ourselves. So it's just like, it's just too coincidental. Too coincidental. Like, we're finally approaching. This game is getting ready to come out. And we get smacked with a lawsuit by GCW over a title. And then they have all this, it's not there. We don't want any money from you. We don't know none of that. We're just trying to make sure we can use the title. Why didn't you wait this 10 out to want to confirm that? That's what I don't understand. Like, we seen the reports, we seen the Fightful whatever reports talking about they don't want money from Tony Khan. They just want to make sure that they can still use that name as far as future events goes. Then why did you do a full blown lawsuit to push the game back? It's like you're trying to cover up your actual intentions. Because you know it's a bad look. So now you're trying to cover it up and mask your true intentions by making it seem like you just wanted to be able to use the title still.
And
you could have went over that topic a year ago.
And for those of y'all who think very, very highly of this game, and you think that this is one of the most anticipated wrestling games and you can't wait to get your hands on it, this is very bad news for you, because if this is a full process, like they actually scale this out and this ends up happening, we might not be playing this game until probably the latest maybe September or October. And even then, when we get to September or October, who's to say that we don't get something else that pops out of nowhere? So my main question is, to Kenny Omega and Tony Khan and GCW and to anybody else involved with this process, when is this game going to officially come out? Because it's always something. Literally, from the beginning, it's always been something.
Well, now we definitely won't have an answer to that, because now we got legal problems once again, or legal problems with GCW. So, I mean, like I said, I'm hoping this doesn't go too far and we go ahead and get this game out by the summertime at the latest. Because if we got to wait till the fall and we're stuck with 2K22 2.0 for damn near the remainder of the year, that's gonna be so terrible for us fans that have been dying for this wrestling game to come out. Which also means, like Kenny said in his interview on the Swerve's podcast, I believe, the more this game gets pushed back because of some bullshit, the more outdated it's going to be. Kenny said it himself. So that means if the game becomes even more outdated in between now until going into the fall months of the year, who's to say they won't go back in that game and have to go back and fix some things or change some things around because the game is outdated now, because they might not want to release an outdated product. So I mean, that shit can get possibly pushed to the very end of the year or to early next year for all we know, unless they just go ahead and release it and they just update it. But outside of that, it ain't looking too good.
And this is a PSA to all the GameStop employees or wherever. Come on now, GameStop, Walmart, Target. If you have any close connections with these video game departments, please keep us updated. Let us know if anything changes. Let us know if they take off the game off the planogram, whatever, because I'm telling you, this does not sound good at all.
Trying to maintain positivity, trying to keep the hopes up. Ain't trying to be negative. Still gonna sit there and hope that we get a summer release. I don't know where I seen it at. Something about potentially they're trying to give them up to like 90 days to get this shit figured out. So if we talk about 90 days, then that still gives us at least June. But we'll see, man. Hopefully we still get this game out by the summertime at the latest. Because I am not trying to be stuck with 23, which is the carbon copy of 22, for the rest of the year. I hate to bring that into the video, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's facts. Us that's waiting for that game, we know that we are not trying to be stuck with 2K23.
We'll see what happens in this saga of when will AEW Fight Forever release. And here's the date right here. I don't want to hear anything from you 2K fanboys. You see the date right here.
March 14th, 2023.
And
technically 2022 because it's not the same. It's the same fucking game. It's nothing different. Jesus Christ, man.
But anyways, speaking on this game, for those of y'all who want to know our thoughts and opinions on this game, and for those of y'all just want to find something to do tomorrow, you got some free time, you got some spare time, make sure to join us tomorrow live. We'll see, 6 or 7 a.m. Set the notifications. 2K22 2.0 full reveal.
And I mean, now that does sound pretty early because, like I said, we got quite the trip to take. We got that passport getting ready to get booked out. We're gonna be up pretty fucking early in the morning. So, for those of you that aren't in school, probably, if you're willing to be up at that time of the morning, turn up. We're gonna be here, and it's gonna be a long stream for y'all people that are fanboys of this game. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. If y'all are absolute fanboys who thinks 2K cannot do any kind of wrong and you're just holding this game above water and just acting like this is just the top notch or the top notch, the cream of the crop, you're gonna have a tough day, a tough time watching this stream. Just letting you know now. And if you're not a fan of what I'm saying right now, it's probably best you don't tune in, because it's probably gonna get pretty ugly on this channel tomorrow.
And last but not least, going back on a GCW subject, like we said, this is not to get into any conspiracies or anything. This is just our thoughts on it. Like I said, I am a huge fan of GCW. I've been to a show. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm definitely thinking about going to the upcoming show. But this still is just weird to me. And as long as we've been waiting for a new wrestling game, this is not set right with me at all.
No, it does not, because it'd be one thing if these rumors or these reports came out a year ago or something, or a year and a half ago. Because like I said before, it's not like, I refuse to believe that GCW is just now becoming aware of what this title is about to be. I'm almost positive that everyone on the GCW side knew that this game was going to be called Fight Forever off the rip. So you can't possibly tell me that this is just now becoming a concern. Oh, I just want to make sure that we can use this title for future purposes. Like, what? If that was the case, why was this not a topic? Why was this not discussed with TK last year? You waited until 2K23 was getting ready to launch, and you waited until after they got this whole rating thing situated, and you waited until TK confirmed himself at the scrum at Revolution that this game was finished and it was getting ready. We were going to be getting a release date pretty soon. You waited until after all that to drop this lawsuit, because now you just fucked Tony Khan. You just fucked all the fans. You fucked all the wrestlers over there. You fucked everybody. You literally just torched most of the community that's been waiting for this shit to come out with that BS of a lawsuit that you just tried to pull on them. So congratulations. I was a fan of GCW, but that shit really did that just put a major bad taste in my mouth towards that company. So I mean, don't get me wrong, my feelings is hurt about that shit. It's not gonna affect GCW though, but still, nonetheless, that shit was that was a terrible move, terrible timing. But can't do shit about it but sit here and wait and see how it plays out, unfortunately.
Last but not least, like we were saying, Hope GCW, aka Game Changer Wrestling, gets this shit sorted out. And I'm going to say this: Tony Khan, Kenny Omega, if this gets to a real pivotal point to where you have to change the title, don't sit here and try to go to war with GCW. Just change the title. Call it AEW the video game. Who cares? Because the main goal, the thing that everybody is waiting for, is the release date so people can finally get their hands on this game.
Yep. Can be anything. Fucking AEW 1. I don't care.
AEW.
Like, for real, like anything. I don't care what you call it. At the end of the day, it's going to be a wrestling game that I'm going to be grabbing on day one.
I don't care. The All Elite game. I don't care.
Really. Like, shit, take a page out of the old game style. Like, anything. Shit, AEW, fucking shut your mouth and let me stop playing. That'd be fucking terrible.
AEW Dynamite, the video game. No,
I'm saying, though. Like, shit, something.
But, anyways, he just had to let that one go. If anybody offended, hey, tough call.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some of these fanboys are loving it.
AEW wait forever.
Like we said before, prove my point. The game is never coming out.
And let me say this one last thing, because I was going to head out, but just the fact that all this is going on, for those of y'all that sit here and you're rejoicing and you're just happier than ever about this game continuously getting postponed, you seriously have problems. Because with all of these subpar wrestling games that 2K has been releasing for the past decade.
Whoa, they're not subpar to those. Those games are the cream of the crop.
How do you not want an alternative? See, this reminds me of one of my favorite games, Madden. It's trash now, but back in the day, for those of y'all who remember, there was a game that came along called NFL 2K. NFL 2K5 was not only half the price, but it was 10 times better than Madden. So what did EA decide to do? EA decided to take matters into their own hands and make sure that they are the only company who can make an NFL simulation video game. What does that mean? That means that nobody else can make a game tied with the NFL and it be simulation. So there's rumors that a 2K game could be coming out soon, but it has to be an arcade game. And then look at what's going on now. It's like nobody wants a real wrestling game anymore. Why do you want the only option to be 2K? Just think about that. And you want to try to shit on all these indie developers who are putting in these blood, sweat, and tears trying to give us a great wrestling game? Just think of how stupid you look right now.
Yeah, for some reason, a lot of you people seem to accept mediocrity, and you're perfectly fine with your graphics and your My Faction or your My Career or your Showcase, which is going to run dry. Because I'm telling you right now, when 2K23 comes out, which is a carbon copy of 2K22, just a new main menu and a couple of screenshots, not screenshots, basically shit that too, a couple of new cutscenes and some new finishers, some new moves, some new whatever, couple roster update. Like, what do you have? Now, this is not what this video is about, but shit, what do you have? Once you beat My Career, you can use My Gym, whatever. Once you beat My Career, once you beat Showcase, once you beat whatever, My Rise, whatever you want to call it, what do you have left? Because for me, my biggest thing for me personally is the gameplay. The gameplay and the physics. They're dog shit. The reversal system is dog shit. The stun meter is dog shit. The fact that you can kip up after getting hit with a goddamn at rock bottom is dog shit. Like, but for some reason, you people love it and don't see any issue with it. So, your opinion is irrelevant.
And as much as y'all complain about the things that 2K doesn't do right, why would you not want a company to come around and actually do it right? Just think about that. Let me say this again. As much as you complain, oh, 2K, you forgot this, and it's simple things too, like updating an attire. As many times as you've gone and commented on 2K's post about something they've gotten wrong, you're telling me you don't want a company that's willing to do it right? It's good to have competition, because that's going to make 2K get in the lab and work even harder and make a great wrestling game on their side too. And that means we have two wrestling games. Just think about it. But hey, to each his own. Keep on gawking.
So yeah, and I'm assuming a lot of y'all are mainly WWE fans and WWE fans only that only watch the WWE product. I mean, if you don't care to have an alternative to your wrestling games, you probably don't care to have an alternative to your television shows. So, which I can honestly see, because I see a lot of comments too. Oh, AEW sucks. Nobody knows who they are. Like, Jesus Christ, man. And I guarantee a lot of y'all are just some young people, some young kids that don't know any better, that have never seen an actual good wrestling game outside of 2K. Unless you're on YouTube or something. Like, I don't know, man. This shit is hilarious. And for those of you people that keep on coming into our comment section with the bullshit, it's one thing when you comment on one video and you might say some shit, but if you're gonna comment on multiple of our videos, spewing the same dumb shit, I don't understand why you're here. I really don't get it, because at that point, you're either a hater, you're hate watching, or you're a fan, or you're seeking attention. But let me not get off track here. I'm gonna say that for another time. Jesus Christ. And you know who you are. You know who you are.
Get your ass out here, boy.
It's all good. There'll be a video coming eventually for y'all gawkers and you hate watchers.
But anyways, that about wraps it up for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and be here tomorrow.
Speaking of tomorrow, one more thing. I'm going to try to be as open-minded as I can possibly be for this game when it's actually time to record and go live. I'm going to try my best to be open-minded. But do not get upset with us if we trash all over this game tomorrow morning. I'm telling you now, because I know it's coming. So, this is just going to be a disclaimer for some of y'all.
But 2K? But.
All you're doing is just bashing the game.
Bro, just don't buy the game then.
I see you pre-ordered it though. You're going to play it anyway.
No, AEW Fight Forever. Oh, the wrestling code sucks. Oh my god.
20 cunts payroll.
Anyways, stay
Jesus
tuned
Christ,
tomorrow,
bro.
6 or 7 a.m. Just keep the notifications on, and when we go live, stay there for the entire time because you are in for a treat.
Just don't buy the game.
And we out here. One love. God bless. See you the next one. Peace.
Yoggers.
Gawkers. Fanboys. Bitches.